you that student loans should be forgiven. Student loan debt is something that many Americans face, and if loans could potentially be forgiven, would that be something that you're interested in? What would you say if I told you that your student loan debt could disappear? Nearly everyone in America has student loan debt. After much research, I feel that student loans should be forgiven. Student loans are something that several Americans have immediately following graduating college and into adulthood because of the cost of education today. The average student loan debt that students have at graduation is $35,000, compared to in 1993, the average debt was only $10,000, according to Time magazine. I have become extremely passionate about this topic because it's something that affects me personally. I have over $40,000 in student loan debt from continuing my education, and I feel like it will take a lifetime to pay it off. My argument today is simply this: student loan debt should be forgiven. Several people do not get jobs within the grace period after graduation in order to help support paying back their loans. I want to take the time today to explain what student loan debt is, why it is such a problem, and support reasons why it should be forgiven. First, before we get into too much detail, let's fully understand what student loan debt is. Going to college is part of the American dream, but paying for college is the downfall to that. Students get student loans to help pay for their tuition, their books, and room and board, or maybe all of the above. The cost of higher education has increased astronomically, which has, of course, increased the amount of loans being taken out. They go hand in hand. Student loan payments are put on hold until 6 months after your graduation date, and then the students are expected to start paying the money back on a monthly payment plan. Some loans also draw interest. According to Money College Planner, the interest rates are twice the rate on current market on other loans. The Federal Reserve data shows that there is nearly $1.3 trillion in student loan debt in America today. According to Business Insider, student loans have a higher interest rate than auto loans, mortgages, and credit card debt. There are different types of repayment plans for students to utilize. Income-based repayment plans are allowing students to pay 10 to 20% of their loans over 20 to 25 years, and then the remainder is forgiven. According to Garber and the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Plan, they are allowing students to pay on their loans for 10 years, and then they're forgiving the remainder. The catch, however, is that they have to be employed in a public service career for a certain period of time, typically 3 to 10 years. Repayment plans are helpful, but if loan forgiveness takes place, that forgiven amount is taxed as if it was a taxable income. There are also dangers to student loan forgiveness. There are very strict requirements for loan forgiveness, such as qualifying for the program, and the amount of time an individual works under a certain title affects them as well. For public service student loan forgiveness, one must work in a career under the umbrella term of public service for the entire 10 years they paid on the loan. Another danger is missing a payment during your payment plan. It can alter the qualification process of being accepted for forgiveness. Changing jobs during the time when loans are being repaid is another way the qualification process may fail. The borrower must submit the paperwork for loan forgiveness promptly after the 10 years worth of payments are made, or else the qualification still may fail, according to Barrington. If you are like me, prior to my research on student loans, you may have had several questions. Hopefully this speech has been educational for you and persuaded you and answered some of the uncertainties you may have had. According to the Department of Education, full understanding on how to repay your student loans can save you time and save you money. Mostly this entails setting up a payment plan that best suits you for your income. Repayment options may vary. You can mail a check in, you can have payments automatically deducted from your bank account, or you can defer your loans if you continue to further your education. If you cannot afford your payments, there are options for you. You can change your due date to later in the month. You can always contact your loan company to change your payment plan to a lesser amount each month. Student Aid suggests using an income-driven repayment plan that bases payments off of how much you make. There are different methods to achieve student loan forgiveness. The two major types of forgiveness for student loans that I had mentioned previously are the public service loan forgiveness and also the teacher loan forgiveness. To further explain, there is an ebook available for free online that's 100 plus ways to get rid of your student loans without repaying them. This book lists options from each state having their own specific programs, to programs for workers in rural areas, to lawyers, and especially teachers and medical personnel. Even if you cannot achieve full student loan forgiveness, it is completely worth it to attempt the process because partial forgiveness could occur even if the full amount is not forgiven. The purpose of student loan forgiveness programs are to help us and manage our student loan debt. According to James, based on what you do in your career, loan forgiveness can help us professionally, especially when we work in lower income areas. I am encouraging everyone with student loan debt, please invest in yourself. Take the time to educate yourself on student loan forgiveness. If you could get rid of your student loan debt or at least reduce it, what reason would you have not to?